All right. Look at this. Let's go to the last one. So we seen in First John there's a creation that takes place. We seen in Second Corinthians chapter 5 there's a creation that takes place. We just seen right here in Galatians there's a creation that takes place. Last one. Now this isn't the last place it says it, but I wanted to give you a why did I do that? A fourth witness. I only need 3 and I have them. I want to give you a fourth witness. Go above and beyond. Not that I have to, but I do it because there are so many people confused about this. Look at what he says right here. A well-known passage here as well. All right. For by grace, you have been saved. Now watch. Grace is what God applies. Here's the method. So you got method, application. All right, got it? Method, application. How does God apply this? Faith. Question is, whose faith? Whose faith? Is it your faith and my faith? That faith, that method is not yours. The faith for salvation is not yours. So wait a minute, don't I have to have faith? Yes. But let me ask you a question. Can a dead person have faith? Answer that question for me. Come on, answer that question. The Bible says the sinner is dead. Dead in his own sins and trespasses. Now, by what authority and power did this dead person come to life so that he can have faith to put it in Jesus Christ? Where did he get life from? No, man. No. No. Absolutely not. You have to have life first. Jesus said when he saved somebody, what happened? They pass from what? Death into life. The transition goes from being a corpse who can do absolutely nothing to someone who is now given life by God through God's operation of faith to exercise his own faith, which causes you to do some good deeds. Do you understand that? All right. This faith is the gift that comes from God. The grace is not the gift, friends. The faith is the gift. Because the faith produces life. Not of your works, because people are going to go around bragging about they said a prayer. I said a prayer back in 19 this. I said a prayer back in 20 that. I went here. I went there. I did this. I did that. I was baptized. I was sprinkled. I wear my hair long. I wear a long dress. I participate in church service 3 times a week. I celebrate the Sabbath. I celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas. Oh, this is that. What in the world? What are y'all talking about? No one gets life that way. Life comes through God. It starts leading you to boasting. So if you're boasting on you did X, Y, Z to prove your salvation, you got the wrong one. Now, listen to the Most High. For everybody who receives God's faith, we are His. The His is God. What? You are God's workmanship. And what does that workmanship do for you and me? It's a creation. It's a creation. Created. Modified? No. Cleaned up? No. Change of behavior? No. Created, friends. That's the only way you're going to get into heaven. You got to be created again. 4 times he said it. Nothing matters except the new creation. Created inside, there's a location again. Jesus Christ. Once you're created in Jesus Christ, what does that do for you? It now produces good works. Which, who's responsible? God prepared before creation that you're going to live in them. You're going to live what? In them. Because now you are in a different location. You see what goes on here? Folks, if you don't get this right, look, this is life and death. This is the gospel. And that's why I preach on it as much and teach on it as much and minister to people as much as I do concerning the new birth, because I know the error that's out there. And even though people are reading the same scriptures, how they're coming to a different conclusion than what's written is beyond me. But they are. Folks, how many people have you heard preach and teach according to the scriptures about this? The way I'm showing it to you. This is simple to explain to people when they can see it and line up the scriptures beneath it. Word for word, verse for verse. It's not me. Spirit of God simply uses his own word, and that's all I do for you. I don't yank things out of their context. I don't twist it to try to manipulate you to do some stuff or send me money. Man, keep your money. What am I going to do with that? I got to answer to God for this. All right. When we come back, We're going to slowly walk through. Well, we can now pick up speed because when we went through all the scriptures of showing you what's going to happen. And these are easy right here. These are easy. And now that we have the basis, when we come back, this is where we're going to pick up. And folks, when we finish this, if you haven't gotten it deep inside, just go back and watch the videos again on YouTube, Treasure in Every Verse, or Rumble, Treasure in Every Verse, and go look at them again till you get it. And once you get it, I'm telling you, you're gonna be so free to serve God and love God. You're not gonna be sitting here worried and be all tangled up with sin, because the truth can set you free from that, so that you can live for God and obey God. All right, friends. Till next time, you guys take care.